How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Hopefully this is going to be coming out on Saturday. If you're watching this the time it goes live, my wife is going to be streaming for MND, part of a 12-hour live stream to raise some money, raise some awareness, and if she hits 500 pounds, going to be shaving her head. So drop by the stream, try to show some support, help her reach that goal. With these two trying to reach their goal of a 3-0 finish finals here. Brad playing the new Rosemon deck. Actually, it does use, of course, many pieces that you see in the Bloomlord package, but it is all Rosemon top end. And he hadn't dropped the game up until this point. You're going to see the one of Blossom. And we're going to go into Rosemon. Still not popping the green Memboost, hasn't needed to. Goes pretty far. Tamer suspended. We do get the unsuspend. Now going to see that crack and choking to 1. So the Pomimon going to be stopping them from playing by effects. And the Palmon is there as well. Just getting that search set up for the next turn. Blackwall Growl in the back. So we haven't really seen too much of what's happening yet, as we do see the Black Growl. Shouldn't have actually been able to play the Psychomon. It's something that actually the Pomimon's got mixed up a couple of times. Something that we did notice, like when we were kind of watching the match live. Sunflowermon, and we're going to build up the Palmon in the back. Likely going to be suspending itself in order to reduce the cost, make it free. Never mind. HPD, go into the Quartz for 1. Suspend everything. Back comes the memory. Gonna go into the Lilamon, play the Yoshi for free. And then once again, Pomimon as the Floodgate to stop playing by effects. So we haven't really gotten to talk much really about what Derek is playing here. This deck is just once again his insistence on never playing an honest game of Digimon in his life. This deck exists only to shut down Royal Knights. Our regional champ Saf has been playing the Royal Knights box, and this pretty much exists as some sort of like a Merva core, but instead of being straight purple using the Psychomon as a blocker or as a kind of like floodgate, instead this, what it does is it uses basically any floodgate. We kind of joked about it like a while back. It's like, oh, what if you just run all security rookies, all mem blockers, and just run like some sort of like cursed box that's just there to like block fun, and then you just rookie rush them. And Derek took parts of that and said, yeah, what if I did just have every floodgate possible? What if I did just run 4 Psychomon, 4 Pomimon, and then use an KnTElixar to consistently loop them back if needed? Speaking of KnTElixar, like literally right on cue. The Alliance, I mean, I guess can come up, but realistically it is just used to be a nuisance. You can see he's just slowly clearing the board. I really like the playstyle that Brad's gone for here, where he's just not doing... He's not doing too much. He's just keeping things nice and simple. I like the Rosemon to suspend the Yoshis, of course, to reduce the cost. It's not going to be unsuspending or anything like that, but instead just going to go nice and wide. And the problem is, Quartz, of course, very strong card. I don't really know what I can do in this kind of situation. KnTElixar going to be coming out. We're going to go into a Death X. Oh, that's actually a really good clear. That's a really, really good clear. Only problem is we do have another Quartz. And I think the fact that he hovered going for the Evo there kind of just shows. Are we going to see the suspension? No. Going to go into the Rosemon burst mode to just go into it for 0, sending a Yoshi back. It's already suspended, so you've gotten the value out of it. Second burst mode for 0, and that is going to be them skipping up game 1 with a very clean finish. Alrighty, game number 2 is going to be starting off with our anti-knight player setting up. Nice one choke there with the Veemon. This deck is quite funny. We were actually, when we were waiting for the 3rd round pairings, we were all kind of waiting with bated breath to see whether Derek was actually going to be able to snipe Saf. And he had already ruined one Royal Knight player's day, and he was hunting for another.
Give me a break, give me a break.
But ended up playing into... I keep instinctively wanting to say Bloom, but Rosemon, without the Bloom engine and just using the Vegetation Fairy stuff, they do use a lot of those very similar pieces, and Brad is a very, very strong Bloom player as well. Top 16 at an Ultimate Cup back when Beal's EX2 Impmon was still roaming around at 4. So very, very solid green player. Has been playing basically green, purple, black since the beginning. Just really getting to show their chops on the new pieces. It's very, very cool. And hopefully we will, I think Derek might be doing a couple more revisions to this list, but we'll definitely get, this monstrosity of a deck on the channel at some point. We'll probably try and get it next week. We're still trying to max Rarity Saf's Royal Knights deck, so that will be soon. Hopefully we can still do it in August. But the anti-knight thing, if you just want to ruin someone's day, they've gone and gotten their four secret rare Omnimons, you've decided to shut them down with a deck that, I guess outside of the Mervas, really doesn't cost anything. Then hopefully we can have more people running around with other. Alright, we're going to go for the Retail into the Rosemon. Nice way of clearing. And then there's the Demi-Mirage Draw 1 Trash 1. You know what, I also, I'm still bad at it. Y'all in the comments got to remind me to actually get people to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys have actually been really good about it, even without me remembering to actually say it early on in the video. But did you know that like only 9% of you guys are subscribed? So if you haven't hit that subscription, then would appreciate it. We're on the grind to 1K, and maybe I can start making a couple of pennies back from these videos and keep bringing you guys fun Digimon stuff from one of the coolest scenes in the UK. See the green memory boost. Ooh, could have actually picked up the Argo, but chooses not to. It just shows that you can have such strong one-ofs in this deck, and you still don't need them. There's the one, like the HPD, the Argo, the Blossom. You don't even need them. Rosemon putting in work. The only problem here is that if Rosemon stays sideways, then it is going to get smoked by a Dark Lizardmon. Ooh, Merva. Gonna play herself underneath to play around the Digivolve, I guess. Or there was no Ignite. Ignite makes it one cheaper, but either way, I'm gonna get the suspension on the Tamer and the Digimon. So Retail and Rush. Alright, gonna swing, burn top card of security. Gonna go into the Sunflower, suspend it, reduce the cost, go into the Lila, play the Yoshi. That's such a cool loop that you can go Rosemon for 0 by sending the Yoshi back to hand. Or is it bottom deck? It's one of the two. Bounce it from the field, pretty much. Which then sets up the Lilamon to be able to just play one again. Correct green Mem Boost. Go into the Palmon. Let's get searching. Take 2, bottom deck HPD. And we'll go into the Rosemon. And then we're gonna look at that whole board sideways. Once again, gonna be seeing Palmon there. Alright, so it says locks down. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Alright, we're gonna see the Dark Lizardmon swing into a Rosemon. It's not like there's any redirects or anything like that. I'm pretty sure Cherry is in this list. Gonna see the Death X, clears 2. And now we're back down to Lilamons. I see a Burst Mode in hand, but I don't think I see a Rosemon. Palmon gets searching. Again, there's the level 7s. Palmon in the back. Still not searching for it. I think we might just have to drop a Lila, right? Oh, but the problem is the Lila... I mean, the Lila... Palmon's gonna explode at the end of his turn. So you really are just using it for the search. At that point, actually, maybe you get rid of the green Mem Boost. Gonna swing in, suspend itself, which then lets you play the Lila. And then the Lila is gonna die to the Death X at the end of turn once they get the pick. And that keeps the Sunflower and the bodies safe. I think you can still go for double board clear here, where you go Dark Dark Lizardmon into the bigger stack, and then you go Death X into the second one. Oh, okay, instead going for the Tamer, keeping a body on board. Clears the next one. The Pomemon's going to soak up the thing, so you really do want to find a way to clear the next Lilamon. I don't know if I don't think this deck runs deletion. I think it's just using the Retaliation Core as a means of getting stuff down. There's no Floodgate on the board. Ooh, I love that. Very, very nice. Popping the Death X in order to full board clear the board. And we are going to go for the Pomemon to stop play by effects, which is going to shut down Sunflower, but Sunfloramon instead can suspend itself to go up into the Lila, which does play the Yoshi, because it actually, I guess, doesn't require you to not have a Yoshi. Reduce the cost, play the Rosemon, suspend, and we're going to suspend the mat as well. Go into the burst mode in order to get the stun for 0. Very, very nice. Alright, so we're going burning 2 and checking 1. So now we have nothing in security. And he still has no security cleared. He has to find a way to clear 4. Dark Lizardmon. You can go into the Rosemon, clear it again. But the problem is you still need to find a way to clear the Palmon. With 1 memory, I don't know how you do that unless you have another... So the problem here is Mervamon can't actually do this. Mervamon... Yeah, they don't realize it until later. Which is going to be kind of like an abrupt end to game. Mervamon plays out the 2 Dark Blizzards, which obviously sets up like a weird lethal turn next turn. But... the Pomemon Floodgate's still there. So technically shouldn't have been able to play it out. They did it in the last game as well, where they kind of just all forgot. And just hella rookies. I think Brad has actually gone through all of his pieces here. But you'll probably see it in a second. Yeah, the Pomemon just should not have been able to play it. He realizes that the Pomemon is just there, and it is, you know, rules for both of you, not just like Gazimon where it's one-sided. But, you know, good on Derek recognizing it and just deciding that, you know, he's not going to play out an unfair game state and instead just going to take it. So that means Brad actually finishes with the 6-0 that week. Very, very clean stuff. And if you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe. And we, of course, will see you in the next one.